Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mania True Nerd, and welcome back to Fear Equation. Last time we picked up a couple of people of interest which have made things much better for us, I think. And today, well, today we are heading on our way. We're just outside what's called Lennox, yes, where we're going to be doing, well, a final little top-up. Final top-up at Lennox before we basically do a great big run. Because what we've got is we've got a sector there, which as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing of interest. 2 military checkpoints we need to run. Then there's a hospital we need to ignore because there's bloody monsters at it. So we'll be doing a run pretty much straight on to Arnoldsville for a gas station. So we've got some town looting to do, and then we'll probably be just running straight past these guys at top speed and hoping that's okay. Fog looks alright, and we'll be arriving, at 6 AM at the moment, and we'll be moving forward, and, we'll be hitting, Lennox at about 2 PM in this afternoon. Fog's not looking too good or too bad at the moment, so that's fine. Anyway, let's go build a new dream team, because I suspect we might actually be looking at some new people here, because we've gained quite a few people, so I might have to have a look, see if we've got anyone new worth looking at. So what I'm really looking for are the good haulers. So Patricia Walker is down in the good hauling section. Like, the hauling is like this area. So obviously we want Charles White, and that's Garcia as well. I'm going to bring along, what was his name? Richard Ross. He's got good hauling as well. So that works very well for me. And then just Kelly Ramirez on guard duty. She was, there's Kelly Ramirez. So she can come along in too. As usual, a completely biased fixed lottery, but alright. So, dispatch that. Everything is absolutely fine, lovely. Carriage 1 idle. I love Carriage 1. Carriage 1 are the best carriage. You people are still terrified of pods. That works really, really well. Because, of course, pods is the thing that you're ludicrously well defended against. I should really say... Okay, first things first, we're going to have to send some more scrap to our bloody Carriage 6, because you've picked up more of it. Oh, wait a minute, where has Carriage 1's defences gone? They don't seem to have any. This is interesting. I'm assuming what that means is during the last big Shambler attack, because they were the last group that suffered a major attack, they possibly got used up. Because that's what heavy damage means. It doesn't mean that, like, the carriage integrity goes down. It means that the defences get used up. That's what I'm going to have to assume. Alright, so we have to clear some space here. Design point. So clear all this out. Clear out the basic scrap. We're not going to need the basic scrap. We're going to give them the nice defences. The good defences. Alright, you guys are now rebuilding defences again. You're definitely just worried about pods, aren't you? Yes, drowning's not a major concern for you. So basically we just need to build you some extremely good defences against pods. So a furnace, heated surfaces, solvent spray. Let's go for the heated surfaces. That worked fine. Actually, we can get them building all of those. Let's just have them build 3 defense against pods, because they seem pretty... 3, why not? That'll do. So you build those, so defense construction has been started. And because that's a single order, they'll just run through all 3 of those, and I suspect they'll build them pretty darn quickly. Lovely. And Carriage 3 is idle, but we have actually fully upgraded this train at this point. There's no more upgrading that we can actually do. So on that basis, I guess you just need to keep an eye on your defences. Carnival and Drowning. So you've got Carnival Defence, Old Daisy Defence, the Carnival, some Drowning, the Carnival. We'll give you a tiny bit more defense for Drowning in that case. Right, that's all we need for orders. Let's just fast forward until we actually get to our destination. Maybe something will come on the radio. Plenty of chatter about more survivors. Don't need to worry about that. So, the train comes to a halt. And conveniently, as we pull into here, the fog has actually faded to under 5 there on the fog meter. So things are looking pretty good. Alright, we've got a good damn team here and some good equipment to take in. So, let's have a look, see what we got. So, 1 gas station, moderately accessible. We've got 1 minute 42 to get in and out before there's a problem. That's not too bad. Let's have a little look-see at the layout. We start here, and then we've got ourselves shop floor, fuel storage. Ah, it's this layout again. I've seen this before, where we come from this angle. You know what? Last time we did this, we got like 8 fuel out. So that's not too bad. Well, there's survivors in here. Handful of survivors, but they're mainly in the... Yeah, they're mainly in kind of the south bit of the building, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, let's look at the other ones. The clinic, obviously, we want to pop in here for some medical supplies. Oh, the clinic's tiny. The clinic looks tiny. 272 square meters and highly accessible. Alright, well, let's have a little look. Oh my goodness. We can just go in there and loot everything. How many survivors are? Sadly, there's survivors in here, so which means we'll actually bring along some new people. I don't want new people. They're just mouths to feed, damn it. Well, on the plus side, at least there is a tiny kitchen somewhere in here where we'll actually be entering through the kitchen. So tea room, office, office. When you say office, I'm guessing you mean like, oh yeah, surgery. So that's like, yeah, it's just a little clinic with a little surgery, and obviously these are like little doctor's offices. Fine. And then finally the general store, which is 10 rooms, big old room, and moderate accessibility. Plan this, shop floor. We're in, oh yeah, we're going in the back way again. Alright, so these are just storerooms. We might be able to get somebody to, yeah, we might be able to get somebody up to here, to the shop floor, and then a few more people just ransacking the back offices, and we'll basically just be going for food. Alright, this seems like, yeah, this all seems pretty sensible. Obviously, I want to start with the gas station because that's the least accessible, and I need to be doing a little fast run-by of those military blockades and basically get myself straight over to Arnoldsville immediately afterwards. So, on that basis, Richard Ross, you get yourself a wheelbarrow. So, oh, look at that. Look at those haul percentages. We're going to be able to carry so much stuff out of here. Karen Ramirez, obviously, you get a combat knife to get your guard up. Patricia, you're our kind of backup guarder, though I don't think we'll be needing you to do that. And then finally, Garcia, you can have a lamp just to get your searcher a little bit up. We don't really have like a superstar searcher. We've got like some really, really good hauling people. We don't have like spectacular searchers, but alright. I'm basically just going to do the same plan as last time. I'm basically going to have these guys kind of go in, and we'll see who is capable of doing some breaching into F. Okay, so Garcia can breach into F, which is good. So we basically just bring him here, and then just have him, break into room F. So he can do that in 53 seconds, which means he's actually got a decent amount of search time, which is good. So he can have like 40 seconds of looting exclusively in that fuel storage room, which is great news. And White, meanwhile, can breach into the other fuel storage room. Perfect. And because he's doing it from the top, again, he's got plenty of time to do it. He can have 30 seconds to do that. That is good. Now, Ross, can you make it into... Because Ross can't penetrate those walls, but can you make it into D? He needs 1 foot. No, he can't. Okay, he can't do that. I think we're just going to have to leave the fuel run to those guys. And potentially the other guys are going to have to go to... That's the storeroom. Was there a tea room around here? No. Tea room. Yes, tea room. So if he goes just to the tea room and basically just tries and does that, how quickly can he get there? He can get there in 1:14. So Richard Ross is just going to the tea room. He's just going to try and get us a bit of food, because that seems sensible. We'll give him just 15 seconds. It's a small room, and I don't want him hanging around there too long, because he's going to be doing that without any defense. And then Kelly Ramirez can simply just kind of guard both of these two guys while they're doing the fuel storage, because that's kind of, they're the most important ones. So Kelly Ramirez is going up here. She can guard for 15 seconds up there. These two guys down here in the tea room are going to be unguarded, but they're going to get in and out pretty quickly, so I think we should be fine. Obviously, the priority is fuel, with food as secondary, medical and resources not so important. Alright, guys, off you go. And then hopefully, because Kelly's way up there with those guys, that means that she actually won't pick up any more survivors, because we don't need any more survivors, though I think this guy in here won't actually pass by into into her range. So just keep half an eye on the radio. Those guys are heading down towards the tea room, but they won't get there for a moment. These guys are going to go over here. They flipping better. Found something, nothing. Found some chemicals. Chemicals is alright. Chemicals and scrap. And found something, a lot of fuel barrels. Perfect. So obviously at least one of those guys has found fuel barrels, medical supplies. We might get some medical supplies out of this, which is not a bad thing at all. I'm here to... Oh, darn it. If we're not here to rescue you, why... Oh, God, if we just picked up 3 more people, we do not need extra mouths to feed. Luckily, like, a single thing of food, a single food container, is enough to feed an entire full carriage for 2 days. So the food situation is under control, but if I'm looking to, at some point, just make a run past the military and the monsters, and then basically just try and get straight to salvation... I could do with as few mouths as possible, to be honest, which is a bit difficult. Alright, we've got... How long have we got now? We've got 20 seconds, but everyone's already on the exit. Yep, I think we're absolutely fine. Everyone get there. Lovely. And then... Oh, did it go red there, flashy for a second? Sorry, I sped up time at the end there because I thought we were completely safe. We're fine, right? Nobody died, and no equipment was lost. I think we were there for slightly longer than we planned to be. So, what have we... Ooh, we've got different things. Fuel collected, only 5. Okay, fine, that'll do. 5 fuel, a food container, medical supplies, a fire axe claimed by James Garcia. He is a firefighter. That does seem pretty reasonable. A ridiculously large amount of chemicals that have mysteriously all gone to Carriage 1, even though Carriage 1 is basically full up. And rescued survivors have gone to Carriage 2, 3, and 2. So, Anthony Johnson, Diane Watson, and Judy Davis. Alright, we may as well have a look-see, see if they're any good. And then, guys, stop it. Stop it. I hope that doesn't, like, mean they can't do their upgrade, because they're... Oh, no, they've already... Okay, yeah, they're just filling up space. So once you've started building a defense, it already fills the spot, even if it's not been built yet. So obviously you can't like block a defense by filling up the thing. So they've picked up a load of all of that. Now, the people in here, was it you, Anthony Johnson? Yeah, Anthony Johnson, who's completely bloody useless. And then Diane Watts, I think you're another new one. You're a decent nurse, fine, good for medical. And then there was someone in here, Judy Davis. Judy Davis, who that's just Mildred in disguise, damn it. She's a decent hauler and an okay guarder, but honestly, I don't think she's going to have a place on the team, though. She does have good hauling capacity. You want to be careful, though. She's a butcher. A butcher bloody took over Carriage 4. Bloody Patricia's a butcher. So you got to be a little bit careful there. All right, that's not too good. Carriage 1 are still concerned. I guess that means like what they would be concerned about rather than what they are concerned about, because... Yes, it does kind of feel like they can't be too concerned about technology levels. We've literally got all the technology. We've also got 21 fuel. Like having 21 fuel, that's very good. Alright, general store next, because the clinic can be done in seconds. So let's see what we can do here. So what does the fire axe do? The fire axe is, ooh, plus 5% breach. That's really, really good. Because then potentially, yes, James Garcia can do even more breaching with a fire axe. That's really good. And then Charles White can have like, okay, Garcia is now our main breacher at 64% breaching. That's impressive. And also, everyone gets an item now. Knives, fire axes, wheelbarrows, and lamps. This is a well-equipped team. Happy with this. Now, time to test this theory. Garcia, you are now king of the breachers. He still can't bloody breach this wall. For some reason, the walls of supermarkets seem to be super tough because he just cannot breach this bloody wall. Can he breach? No, there's no way he's going to get up there. Fine. He might be able to get in here this way, though. He can get there in 102. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's all right. So we'll send Garcia up to here. He can get there in 106, and then he can have... yeah, he can have 20 seconds looting in there. And then Charles White, who can you get a little bit further into him? Because again, I'm not sure like if it matters that it's, and then yeah, he can't get over there because it's a different area. He can get over there in 116, and then he can loot that area too. So we're going to have like those guys are in there. The others, I'm going to send, if I can, I'm going to send Kelly Ramirez to guard those two. Can she get there? She can get there in 130. She can get there in 132. That's bloody useless. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to do this on your own because she just can't defend you. She can get there in 20 seconds and then guard there for 30. So she will then be able to guard that very nicely. And the others will just basically be looting around this area. And this time, of course, food is the top priority. Fuel is secondary. I very much doubt you'll find any fuel, but if you happen to, why not? I really don't need a resource. I'm going to put that at the bottom. I don't know whether they'll be able to find any medical supplies, but it strikes me as unlikely that they will do so. Everyone starts flashing a little bit orange. Ooh, the fog's already at 7 before we even begin. Okay, I'm here to rescue you. Oh, I didn't even check that. Okay, we've picked up bloody more people, unfortunately. Now, the problem is, Carriage 1, I believe, is now full, which means if there's people that would logically join, if there's people that, yeah, medical supplies, that's good. If there's people that would logically join the producers, they can't anymore, which arguably would mean it. Who else are we rescuing? Stop rescuing people! Stop it! You guys are up here. Find food containers, alright? Medical supplies, electronics, supplies, found materials. Well, this is a bit worrying. I don't think I actually saw food containers there. We could have done with some flipping food containers. Alright, well, I guess you guys are more or less done, to be honest. Richard Ross is apparently in danger. There must be quite thick fog in the area he's standing in. Right, well, everyone's already starting to make their exit. We've still got a good 20 seconds there. We're absolutely fine. And, oh, the fog got angry for a second there, but we got out before it became a problem. Lovely. And again, Charles White died? No! How? When? Oh, was he out for just a second too long? Oh, Charles White. Charles White, what happened to you? Oh, Charles White, you were the best of all of us. Have we lost? And we've lost a bit of equipment he was holding too. We lost his lamp. Oh, I stayed just a few seconds too long and Charles White's dead. Oh, I loved Charles White. He was the best. Well, we got an extra fuel. We got a whole bunch of food and medical supplies and... Okay, they've started to get it now. They've started dumping scrap and materials and stuff in the subsequent carriages. Well, I guess that we've got to hope that... No. Oh, Evelyn Mitchell claimed by nobody. Oh, poor Evelyn Mitchell. On the plus side, she's now going to be the queen of scrap in carriage 5. I'm guessing that means she might be logically would be a producer, but she can't fit anywhere, so she has to start a new carriage. Okay, so we've got Frank Barnes, who's taken the new spot in carriage 1 by poor Charles White. They got over Charles White dying very quickly. Frank Barnes, and then we've got Martin Walker in carriage 4. All right, well, hopefully one of these guys might actually be good. And does that mean I now, in the next exploration, I've only got one person, or I'm one person down, rather? It's possible. Right, well, let's have a look, see. Frank Barnes, you're a skilled negotiator, but otherwise you're not actually very good at going out on missions. And you are, yes, as I thought, you would logically be a producer, but you can't be a producer because there's no space for you. But I feel like you ought to be. So if there's someone in 1 who could be, no, we'll leave you all on your own in carriage 5. You can be all on your own in carriage 5, and then, actually no, because if she's carriage 5, she needs food. Which isn't actually very useful. So what if carriage 2 instead we were to, yeah, you know what, tomorrow what I'll probably do is I'll send like one of these guys, one of the guys that doesn't matter so much, like Douglas Johnson's probably not going to do very much these days. I might, yeah, next part I might just send Frank Barnes over to carriage 2 and then bring the person over in carriage 5 into carriage 1 just so I don't need to have food with her, because right now she is just sitting on a giant pile of scrap like a crazy, crazy old scrap lady. So, oh, that's a shame. That's so sad. Poor Charles White. Alright, well, we may as well finish looting this place because I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to at this point. Into the clinic. This is super easy. Oh, and look, Janet Jackson has stepped in to fill the gap. Janet Jackson has, yeah, just moved straight in. Unfortunately, Janet Jackson, yeah, she's only good at guarding, which is unfortunate because means we're not going to have as much. Oh, we don't need searching. We've only got the clinic to go, and the clinic is absolutely fine. So, all right, fine. My guarders can both have combat knives, so you're both very good at guarding. Garcia, have the fire axe. Try not to die like... Oh, they were friends as well. They were both firefighters, and remember I picked them up from the same spots. They must have known each other. Oh, he's going to be so sad. I feel bad now. There's bloody survivors. I hate survivors. I wish they'd all just die. Well, Garcia can just go in here and basically clear out this entire bloody place by himself, which is good. And you can get there so quickly you can just stay 50... And I'm just gonna have him say 45 seconds. Let's be a bit bloody cautious this time, why don't we? And then you can go up to the tea room and purely loot for food, which is good. I want everyone just looting for food up that way. Patricia, your only job really is just to go to the kitchen and loot there, to be honest, and then just get back out again afterwards. And then Kelly Ramirez, obviously, Kelly Ramirez can guard the entire clinic simultaneously, which also means, unfortunately, that everyone's going to be rescued from the clinic, even though we wouldn't necessarily want them to be. Kind of rather they weren't, and then you can just guard the exit here, fine. Obviously, medical supplies are the top priority. We're very unlikely to find fuel, but if you do, go for it. Alright, everyone, head in. We've got at least some decent haulage. We'll get a ton of medical supplies out of this, which should... You know, if we've got enough food and enough medical supplies, nobody should really cause a problem for us. Found something, nothing. Found scrap, found supplies. Supplies, materials, found materials, a lot of scrap. I was kind of hoping for medical supplies, guys. Or at least some food. There are kitchens here. But then, like, we got some food last time, and mysteriously, like, the thing didn't really warn us we were about to get food. We just kind of got food anyway. So that's fine. We've got to be careful. These things are getting more dangerous. Now we've lost Charles White. We need to stop pushing our luck and staying right to the end. We need to get out like 5-10 seconds earlier, because it's not a precise timing, it's a time estimate. And he stayed out a few seconds too long. And speaking of which, on this occasion, we've been a lot more sensible. Obviously, what do you think about the driver? Haven't made up my mind. I'm doing really well, damn you. On this occasion, we're being much more sensible. You know, Janet Jackson is leading the Jackson 5 and is guarding the exit. Everyone's fine. We've got 5 seconds left, and everyone's already going to be gone. Beautiful. That one's nice and easy. Give me the report, please. Now this time, yep, nobody's died. No equipment was lost. Yeah, fog level at 61%. We've got hauling capacity discovered 18. Lots of medical supplies. A shotgun? We've got a shotgun. That's good. I like a good shotgun. Excellent in carriage 10. Materials, rescued survivors. And the carriages, they've pretty much all gone to carriage 4. Ooh, Patricia Walker's building a bit of an army back there. But she's now loyal, isn't she? She was angry with me, but she's gone loyal. So she's fine. And then Marie Thompson is presumably a new producer type person over in carriage 5. Okay, I need to check out some new people over in carriage 4, just to see if any of them are actually any good at anything. But I think we should be alright. Aside from the fact we're picking up a lot of people, there's only a lot of mouths to feed. Lois Taylor, Negotiator, Hauler, Stephen Jones, you're the Sith Lord, we already know about you. Patricia Walker, we already know about you. Martin Walker, I think you were already there, weren't you? If you weren't, then you're very good at repairing the carriage and building defences and upgrading, but in all fairness, it's a bit late for upgrading. Diane Smith, or Rose Tyler, with a bit of a dodgy haircut, is literally useless. Bloody hell, she's absolutely useless. Joyce Kelly. Ooh, Joyce Kelly is a good guarder and searcher, but just doesn't have the hauling capacity. Police officer. Interesting, so she's good at... I love how the job suits the skills. That's very, very nice. And then another completely useless. Actually, no, I think we already had her, and she was always completely useless. But still, do we have to start putting some power into the other carriages? Yeah, I think I might need to just put the basic level of power onto the other carriages just so I can see what the hell's going on. Carriage 5 needs basic power. We've got like a little bit of spare power. You're neutral to us. You've got 7 people. I'm just going to turn the power down a little bit there, and then I'm just going to be able to turn on basic power so I can see what's going on. Oh yeah, we got loads of power. And then you put something in 10, didn't you? Blimey, yes. It's just so yeah, now I can just keep an eye at a glance on how much is going on in each of the... Oh, this the speed the fan spins. It varies depending on how much power you put into it. That's a cute touch. I'd never noticed that before. Right. So we've got ourselves now, I think they said they put the shotgun into number 10, so it significantly improves guarding skill. I'm glad that that's down in carriage 10 where nobody's got their hands on it. I like that. Next time, we might need to move some stuff around because everyone's cargo capacity is filling up rapidly. Though I like if it's full, like they try and organise it a bit sensibly, like all the scrap goes to one carriage, all the different types of scrap go to different carriages. That's very nice. Anyway, let's carry on with the workday. Actually, no, let's not carry on with the workday. Let's get this train moving. That's the most important thing. So obviously, this is completely cleared out now. 2 military and something bad. How much fuel is it going to take us to go fast straight to Arnold? Not very much. And then we could get there in just a few days. And I'm guessing going past the military, going as fast as possible, would be sensible. So we will get there and we will arrive on Valentine's Day. Let's go and set off on Valentine's Day. That will burn only 9 fuel, meaning we'll still have 13 left, which will be fine. The route has been plotted. That's going to take us a few days. Then we'll pass by some military en route, and then once we've done that, we've simply got another gas station, a person of interest, a couple of big cities that we may or may not wish to stop at, and then straight on to Sanctuary, if it's even still there, because I suspect it might not be. Quick update from the day. Okay, so luckily, Carriage 1, yeah, they made all their updates. They made solvent spray, furnace, and heated surfaces. So Carriage 1 is back to being well defended. Carriage 2 still upgrading, and those guys are just, yes, setting up defences as well. So, alright, everything seems fine. May as well go to bed and see if we're hit with a nightmare today. We've got all this fuel. I say we might as well just basically head on as fast as possible past the military blockade. Because, yeah, the nightmares are getting more intense. And everything's getting a bit nasty. Oh, hello, purple. What is purple? Oh, it's the carnival. We're finally being attacked by the clowns. We're going to see mad clowns outside the window. Are there clowns outside the window? Or are you guys just being scared of flashy lights? It's totally the carnival in town. That's cool. I am genuinely disappointed there aren't kind of terrifying... Oh, what? Oh. That took me by surprise. There was a secondary little burst. Okay, so you guys got attacked by the carnival in the night. How are you doing with that problem? Carriage 3, attacked by the carnival, did as well as expected. Ernest Torres gave us the edge, helped us with our disguises. The attackers mostly passed by no injuries. Nice. Now to double check that. So does that mean over in Carriage 3 that you now don't have disguises anymore? Open flames, gypsies, blinds. No, the disguises are still there. I'm not sure what happened to Carriage 1's disguises then. I'm genuinely not sure. But yeah, seems like a pretty good little kind of thing there. Move on here. Are we even close to the military yet? No, we're not that close to the military yet. We should be fine to pass them by. We're not even close at this point. So the lottery can be a true random draw because we're not doing anything today, so that doesn't matter. Now let's start moving some stuff around here. So obviously the chemicals can just move over to one of the later carriages. Now, Carriage 5, which appears to be just a little bit injured and also full of scrap. Let's just shove some stuff out of here to make some space. Now, before we go too far as well, Carriage 5, this new carriage of producers, what they're scared of is pods. That's fine. We can probably get them working pretty much today on building some defences. We'll simply kind of have them build some defences against pods, which is sensible. So, furnace for pods, fine. Build a furnace. That's going to take them a little while, though, to be honest. They do like, yeah, they are producers again, so they like building defences, so that's absolutely fine. Power bonus is low, however. Can we give them a little bit more power over in Carriage 5? Do we have spare capacity in the power? Should do, yeah. A little bit. Ooh, just we've got power there. Just. So that's absolutely fine in that case. Yeah, you know what? We'll clearly be picking up more people. We may as well have a Carriage 5 as well. Now, the thing we also need to send over to those guys is they're going to need food. Carriage 4 has a ton of food and doesn't seem to be really using much of it. Yeah, send a food container, because these guys, there's only like 6 of them, so they can definitely spare some food over to Carriage 5. That's more than enough food. And these guys have a ridiculously large amount of medical containers, so 3 medical containers. We may as well store some of the medical stuff over there. Beautiful. So now everyone has food and medical supplies. Alright, so everyone should now be very, very happy. And indeed, if I check that there, we've got 21 fuel and food supply for 23 days. So we've got plenty of food. Plenty of food, plenty of fuel. I think we should be absolutely fine. Quiet day, but we are now getting closer to the military. Let's see if there's anything interesting is going to happen overnight because we've reached the military. Quiet night, and the military are conveniently looking like they're actually on the move away from where we're about to pass by, which is very, very useful indeed. And with reinforcement 3 completed today, we are in fact, yeah, pretty much, I think that's a fully upgraded train at this point. Faster than we might expect, because, yeah, we've kind of had the advantage that we got that person of interest who fully upgraded the medical base. So, here we are. Military coming away. We're going to make it around this corner nice and safe, but we're going to cross this green flag that I suspect means horde of monsters. So we might need to be a little bit concerned about that. And, uh-oh. Oh, no. That's got to be a purge. It can't possibly be an attack on me. Yep, that's a person banging for their lives. But a purge doesn't always mean anyone dies. Purge does not always mean everyone actually dies. Sometimes a purge starts and they immediately say, actually, you know what, we're all loyal to John, everything's fine. Carriage 4 started by Joyce Kelly, 7 sympathisers. Carriage 5, influenced by 7 patches from Carriage 4, 2 sympathisers. I think that means nobody died, because it would tell you if somebody died. So basically, they just decided that they started a purge to kick out everyone who wasn't loyal to John, but everyone was already loyal to John. Alright, works for me. And now we are basically going to... Whatever that green thing is, we're about to find out, because over today, I suspect we're going to cross paths with it. Yep, I think if those are fearless on the green flag, we seem to have passed by them because we didn't stop without any issue. Alright, good. And another note about the Fearless, they're heading towards the restaurant at Wadley Valley. Alright, if we head towards Wadley Valley, remember that, but I don't believe we're going close by to there. Alright, after a pleasing few quiet nights, in fact we've not had any trouble at all since that purge, we are now going to arrive at, yeah, it's the 14th today, and we're going to arrive, yeah, we're going to arrive there 2 PM or 5 PM, it doesn't matter, it's going to use up 1 fuel, whatever, so that's absolutely fine. And Arnoldsville later today. So, let's just quickly build ourselves our traditional team. We're basically just, you know what, because we're doing a fairly simple smash and grab, it's basically going to be, we're going to, actually, but we need the breachers. Ah, we've lost our best breacher, which is really annoying. And we need to try and find a good breacher. Obviously, we know James Garcia is going in, and we know that Richard Ross is going in. But what I really need is I need to find somebody who's decent at breaching. Well, we just don't have any other good breachers, so we're going to have a bit of a less good team coming with us today. But it's still a pretty darn solid team. I think we'll be fine. Now, fast forward time until we hit Fearless Ones heading towards the bank. Okay, whatever's Wadley Valley is, we need to be careful. That's full of Fearless. Heading forward. Oh, blimey, all of the flipping. That's all about survivors. Fine, don't need to worry about that. We've reached our destination. The gas is relatively low, so don't need to worry too much about the fog. Now, locations. Electrical store, low accessibility, not even going to bother. Honestly, not going to bother with that either. Gas station. Are we going to get a better layout this time? We are. It's a different gas station. Good. And when I say it's a different gas station, it's still bloody... Oh, it's worse. Damn you, it's worse. Actually, you know what? We could go... it's not great. The fuel storage is... Like, I guess it makes sense the fuel storage is at the bloody back. Which one's that one? Ooh, that's fuel storage. That's not as bad. It's not as bad. We might be able to get someone... Actually, that's even... Arguably, that's less accessible. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay. Focus on what we can do. So, Garcia, obviously, with his... Oh, wait, hang on a second. We've got to give the equipment over first. Actually, Karen Ramirez can have the bloody shotgun. So, yeah, it's an extra 10% guard. So, she's got an even wider bloody radius now. That's really cool. I mean, I'm not sure if, like, guard ability passively means they're less likely to run into trouble, even if they're not set to guarding. Like, they can defend themselves better, so they're less likely to run into problems in the fog. That I am not sure about. Alright, Garcia, you know what you're doing. You are just going to run around that corner, and you are going to smash into this here fuel storage, alright? Unless you can get into that one more easily. So you can get there in 1:14. And therefore, that's not too bad. You've still got... Let's say 20 seconds of looting, because I'm a bit nervous by what happened to our friends elsewhere. Now, how long is it going to take Ross to get to... It's going to take Ross 1 minute 25 just to get to that fuel storage. That just doesn't fly. That doesn't fly at all. We need to get in there, but nobody can breach this. Nobody can breach that wall, because sadly... Oh, poor Charles White. Poor bloody Charles White. Is anybody by any chance going to be able to breach... Oh, you can! You can breach that wall from here. Oh, Terry Martinez, you utter star. So, okay, so at least somebody can bloody get into that. And he's 1 minute 36. We'll just give him 15 seconds. Yeah. After what happened to Charles White, do not take risks here. Oh my goodness, look at flipping Kelly Ramirez now. Oh, she's doing a lot of good guarding there. Alright, she can protect those 2 rooms. Oh, but she can barely even make it. Alright, she's going to have to guard in more like this area, because she can't really make it to the others. So 116 and then up to 131. She can stay to 136. She can be like last out so she can defend the others. The other guys, honestly, they just can't do anything. Walker's just useless to me, really. Apparently she can breach this wall and investigate their office. That's what is that? That's a bathroom. She can smash her way into the bathroom. Well flipping done. Can you smash your way into the shop floor by any chance? No, but you can also smash your way into that. You two can just go in the bathroom together, and whatever happens, we won't talk about it again, alright? Fine, lovely. Obviously, we're going for fuel as top priority, food secondary, and again, we don't need resources. We've got a bloody enough. So, there's loads of bloody survivors. Don't pick up the survivors. Medical supplies. Found a fuel barrel. You know, given they're the only people who are in position right now, I have a horrible feeling that those 2 people I just entered the bathroom together might have found a fuel barrel. Which hopefully means they found a fuel barrel, and that's just not a euphemism they use. Anyway, the other guys are heading around the corner. Chemicals, scrap. Here to rescue, lots of scrap, some supplies. Really didn't want that wanted fuel, but sometimes they don't mention fuel. Sometimes fuel just happens. Picked up 2 more mouths to feed, which is annoying because there's nowhere at this place where we're going to be able to pick up more food. But we've got food. 2 more mouths to feed is not really that bad at all. Still got, we haven't even hit 30 seconds yet and everyone's already starting to make their exit. I think we're absolutely fine. Yep, nobody died, no equipment was lost. Lovely. So, what have we actually got? We've got fuel collected 5. Okay, but not spectacular. Whole bunch of scrap and chemicals. Chemicals are good. Chemicals decent at least. And a couple of new people. George Thompson and Stephanie Russell. Yeah, George Thompson in 2, Stephanie Russell in 5. Let's have a little look-see at them. Neither of them useful for going out, though Stephanie Russell at least means that Carriage 5 now has a medic to hand, which is useful at least. Well, the chemist we're going into, and it's not for the medicine, we're just going into the D room. See if we can, because like, it looks very, very easy to do. So I'm literally just going to go into the D room just to go and loot anything that's in the T room, just in case we can find a little bit of food here. But honestly, this is a quick in and out, I won't even show it. Yep, all nice and safe and easy, no deaths, no losses. Food container, yeah, we got like 1 food container, a bit of medical supplies, some materials and scrap, nothing particularly interesting. And Roy Miller, who's now in Carriage 2, see if you're any good at anything. Former mechanic, very good at repairing, but no good at going out with me, fine. Well, the electronics store is not particularly valuable to me because I don't need any of the resources from it, and also it's low accessibility, so we're going to move straight on from that. I think that is fine. Now, let's see how well we've done here. Person of interest, which never hurts to go and visit, to be honest, so we may as well head forward and take out that person. But then after that, we've got the city of Millen Mountains, which has no gas station. Then we've got this big old city, College Creek, which has no gas station. Uh-oh. Is there a gas? There's a gas station at Yates, but actually, how far can we go here? Fuel required. Even going... Okay, let's just start going fast here. 15 fuel. And then... I could just make it to Aldora, but I wouldn't even have... Yeah, I would not have... Ooh. I'd be going the long way. I'd be going up rather than down. I'd be absolutely running out my fuel reserves. Meaning if I didn't get any fuel, I would be in danger. I could go medium speed... that same route, and then I'd have 6 fuel to spare. In fact, then I'd have enough to make it to... Yeah, I have enough to make it at medium speed to the unknown sector of Salvation already, but I know for a fact, obviously, this is a dangerous place to stop. That looks like Fearless to me. Whether, therefore, the more sensible thing to do is to go here for, like, how much extra fuel am I spending going here? Like, 1 extra fuel going this way to get there, and then they do at least have a gas station and a general store for food. That strikes me as the most sensible place to go then. Just go there for a bit of gas, because like I'm not convinced this is the end of the game right here. I'm not convinced that's the end of the game at all. Yep, alright, that's what we're going to do. We're going to head south and we'll figure out how we want to do it as we go. But that's for next time, ladies and gentlemen. Next time, I think we're going to try and push on to the end next time in Fear Equation. I think next part will be the final part of this run. We'll get to Salvation and we'll see what's there. We'll swing by that survivor. We'll pop by at least some of these towns. There's a bit of a lack of gas stations, which is a bit concerning. So fuel could be a problem, especially with poor Charles White dead. So we might have to divert to Yates just to get ourselves a handful more fuel. So, all of that next time, ladies and gentlemen. And in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been the delightful Fear Equation. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Just got to weaken the base of this a little bit more. Yes! Yes! Good news, I'm protecting you! Alex Mason, the man who can literally run as fast as a speeding truck. This game is basically just badasses don't look at explosions the game, isn't it? Oh,